Okay, MTV guy, let's go. I'm going to fight you in your game. Boxing. If you want to do open weight rules, okay, we can change it to kickboxing. So that's my proposal to you. If you want to do that, no problem. But he kept asking me at the press conference, open weight, suck my balls, open weight. This is all he said. And I was like, nah, pressure's on him.
Jest z nami Norman Parke, zawodnik KSW I zawodnik kolejnej gali Fame MMA 10. Hello Norman.
Siema.
First of all, what do you feel about the Krychas win? How do you see that fight?
Good fight. You know, it's there was a lot of pressure on him coming into this fight because his last fight was I don't know which number of Fame, but his last fight was over 1.5 years ago, and it's a long time out of the cage, and a long time. So it was good for him to go in there, get one round out of the way, and he looked good, you know, a little bit stiff, but once the second round come, he relaxed a little bit more, forward pressure, and his opponent was getting tired, you know, and once it went to the ground, it was Krychas was more dominant once it come to the ground, so very good win for him.
Game plan was completed, everything was like you saw that before the fight?
Yeah, I wanted him to throw the from southpaw, throw the kick to the liver, and I said liver kick. He didn't do it one time, but he pressure, some shots, and once it went to the ground, he was more dominant once it went to the ground game.
Okay, how do you see the fight on April with Kasjo? We know you're going to fight. How do you feel about it? Isn't it coming with level down after the UFC, after the KSW? Some people criticize you for that?
I know some people, I can see online, people are talking about that, but let's not forget, this guy's maybe an idiot online, he's maybe an idiot on MTV, or Warsaw Shore, sorry, but he's got experience in boxing, you know, and I'm not stupid. But when I see his fights on Fame MMA, he don't look too good, you know. He's got more experience than anyone on the whole Fame MMA fight show, so he should dominate his opponents. But the fights went to decision the whole time, and if you've got experience in wrestling, 70 amateur wrestling fights or 70 amateur judo fights or boxing fights or kickboxing, if you go and fight someone who's only had training for 2 months, you should finish this guy easy. And he don't do this because his lifestyle is different, you know. 5 years ago, where he was boxing, trying to get for the Olympics in Rio, he looked good in his boxing fights. You know, I watched him. He looked good then, but I think the fame from MTV and all this other stuff, I think this took over his life. So he's in for a very, very tough fight against me.
Do you think that if he focused on the sports career, he will do much more than just being a celebrity?
I think so, but he's only got what? After his last fight, he hurt his leg, you know. His leg was injured, his bad injury, so he's coming back. So he's only got maximum, 2 months to prepare for me. I don't know if it's going to be enough time because I know boxing's his game and I'm an MMA fighter, and most of my fights are kind of like bang, bang, clenched, grappling. And but I don't think he's going to be able to bring back the time like he did before. So if I was to fight him back in his proper boxing days, it's going to be a very tough fight. But I don't think, for me, my style, my fight IQ, pressure, my conditioning, I think this is trouble for him.
One of the most interesting thing in the world, money. I'm not asking you about how many money will you get it, but what do you think about the golden bar that is in stake? What did you feel when you heard that you can win that one?
Yeah, we heard that was going to be a bonus. They were going to pay more, but they says, nah, we'll pay them a little bit less, but make them fight for something, you know. Let's see if they want it, and I think it's a good idea. Let's see who wants to fight, instead of just going there and fighting for the straight purse and just be like, okay, I lost, but I still get paid. Let's go and fight to see if you really want to win the fight. And once I heard the gold bar, I says, here, stick it in my pocket already, because it's coming. And this belt, this Sharp Cap belt, get it away, kick it, get out of there. I'm the new man in town, I'm the new man. Kasjo Team Putang is gone.
What are you going to do with the golden bar? Are you going to sell it maybe? What is your plan?
I don't know, maybe, I think because gold, that gold will always keep the money. The price will always stay there. You know, it never really go too low. I think I'll probably keep it. You know, it would be good to keep that maybe for my son or something like that there. But we'll see. I'm coming. That's the motivation to come for the gold bar. I don't care about him or how many fights he's had. I've been training for a long time. I'm motivated since my last fight against Gamrot. This was a shit show of a fight, and I'm 100% determined to go and get the job done, and I believe I'll get the job done.
Okay, and tell me, how is your relationship with Gamrot? You said about him, because he's supporting you during the fight with Don Kasjo.
I know there was a lot of promotion stuff for me and Gamrot that they wanted to create the hate rivalry against each other, but realistically I got nothing against him because he wants to push his career on, and fighting against me was tough fights for him, you know, but the last fight was just a Gamrot 100% blowout, and I wish I'd have been a wee bit more prepared for my weight for that fight, because I think the fight would have been a lot closer. But that is what it is. He's moved on to the UFC, and I wish him the best in the UFC. I think he'll do very well, and I know he's got a fight announced against Scott Holtzman, another tough fight for him, and this guy's got lots of experience in the UFC, this guy who he's fighting. But I think Gamrot's a good fight IQ, very, very good wrestling, great grappling on the floor, even though he couldn't take me down, but a very, very good grappler, and I think he gets the job done and moves up the ladder in the UFC. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, Popek, we know that you want to fight with him. He wants to fight with you. What do you feel about it? Because there was some talks about the weight in the next fight with Don Kasjo, and Popek asked that you cannot ask him to cut his weight because he can't come.
Oh man, I don't want to ask anybody to cut weight. I know Don Kasjo was saying, fight open weight, fight open weight. I says, you signed the contract, not me. I'm fighting you in your game, boxing. This is your game, and you just got to cut weight. I'm already on weight. I'm 84 kilograms right now, and I don't know what he is. He has to be at least 95 kilos plus. So he's got, what, 6 weeks to cut 10 kilograms. This is my guess. But he kept asking me at the press conference, open weight, suck my balls, open weight. This is all he said. And I was like, nah, pressure's on him. You make the weight because I'm going to take your percentage like everyone did against me whenever I missed weight. So I says, if you don't want to make the weight, no problem. No problem, we can change the weight, or we can change the fight rules. Kickboxing, if you don't want open weight kickboxing rules, no problem. That's my way of saying, if you don't want to make the weight, we can have open weight, you can be whatever weight you want, but we do kickboxing then.
Last question. When can we expect the announcement of your next fight for KSW?
Oh, I'm open to fight. Well, this is boxing. I don't think there'll be many injuries for me in this fight, so it's 10-ounce gloves. Like, on the weird gloves, I would tend to hurt my hand, usually after a fight or something, or with grappling and wrestling, there's more injuries involved, like knees and stuff, and I'd be open to fight straight away. This is April, this fight, 17th of April, this fight here is, like, I think KSW's got a show in May, maybe June, July. I'm ready for any time, but one thing, I can't fight lightweight no more because they know I've missed weight not 1 time, not 2 times, 3 times. And even just after the UFC, when I got released from the UFC, I missed weight 1 fight. So, and it's a problem on my liver and kidneys. This last fight against Gamrot, I caught 18 pounds of water in 24 hours and I still missed the weight. And it's too tough, so I says, let me fight in welterweight, or they said sometimes catch weight. I says, nah, let me just move to welterweight. It's not like I believe that I'm strong enough to fight in welterweight. I know some guys are a little bit bigger, but I think I'm strong enough. Instead of killing myself every time, and then you got to fight this boy the next day. So welterweight for me, no problem.
And the rivals offer was made already?
I think a good rematch would be against, well, there's one guy who I beat before, but he's on a 3-fight win streak, but he's moved to lightweight, and he could be ready to fight for the lightweight title, but I think they could pull him from the lightweight title and offer to fight me in a catchweight. I don't want to fight no more lightweight because it's too taxing, too draining. Mankowski, if this YouTuber wants to fight me, no problem. The last time I fought Boris was on 3 weeks' notice. You know, I was doing partying all stuff, I says, but they rang me 2-3 weeks before the fight, do you want to fight Boris? No problem. I come, I win the fight. Close fight, but I won the fight. So in the rematch, it's still a close fight because he's on a 3-fight win streak. He's dropped his weight. He's not so big, muscular. And he's fought 2 guys who I've fought since that. I fought Josic. He had split decision. I was split decision against Josic. He fought against Savinsky. I fought against Savinsky. We both won the fight by unanimous decision. So he's looked good his last few fights, but I'm still an animal. He knows that. Don't think just because my last fight with Gamrot, oh yes, people don't really know, but this weight cut affected me for this fight. But I think against Mankowski would be a good fight, but they got to put the hand in the pocket a little bit more.
To the second part, this one is for the golden belt.
Oh, sorry. Put the hand a little bit deeper. Lewandowski's put the hand a wee bit deeper and dig out and bring the cash out. No problem, because me and Mankowski rematch is a big fight. You can talk about Khalidov or Pudzianowski. Me against Boris is top of the pay-per-view, and pay-per-view points also.
Thank you for your interview. Can't wait to see you in the FMMA, in the KSW. Good luck. See you on April.
Okay, MTV guy, let's go. I'm going to fight you in your game. Boxing. If you want to do open weight rules, okay, we can change it to kickboxing. So that's my proposal to you. If you want to do that, no problem. If you don't want to do kickboxing, straight boxing, make the weight, and good luck. You better be prepared, because I know you're thinking my boxing's not too good, but you're going to see once the time comes. And don't pull out of the fight, or else Popek will have to step in. I'm still going to be there. Like every fight in Poland, I've always been there, and I don't pick fights. So good luck. Yabana.